Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kelly Diana Putri from English Education Department. My student number is 73. Now I will explain about my article opinion from Jakarta Post. The title is Will Indonesia Trifecta Survive COVID-19? The first I have vocabulary. The first vocabulary is compatibility, the synonym is suitability, governance, the synonym leadership, imperative, the synonym fundamental, necessities, the synonym necessary, ensuring, the synonym guarantee, preferring, the synonym intercept, resilience, the synonym strong, poverty, the synonym poorness, transparency, the synonym transparent, and the last equal, the synonym is similar. Next is about the summary of my article opinion. Now I will talk about my main map of article opinion. The first topic is Amit 2014 book Indonesia Matters, Asia's Emerging Democratic Power, present the idea of Indonesia virtuous cycle of democracy, development, and stability. The book analyzed Indonesia's story as a test of the compatibility between democracy, development, and whether Islam, democracy, and development can go hand in hand. Indonesia is an important laboratory of this proposition, being the fourth most populous country in the world. A recent Morgan Stanley report has predicted that Indonesia will not only survive the crisis but also enter Goldilocks economy in 2021 if it can play a strategic place in the post-COVID-19 pandemic period and global order of the 21st century. The second topic is about are they being too optimistic? The true test of government system will test how well it functions during a crisis. Facing the urgency of arresting the spread of the virus, many countries, including democracies, have engaged in draconian measures. Governments around the world have closed borders and imposed lockdowns. While some of these are now being relaxed, there is reason for concern that government might keep some of these measures to gain more control of population, thereby threatening democratic politics. Despite critiques that Indonesia government was slow to impose a lockdown, its partial and gradual restrictions have allowed its people to apply strict health protocol and at the same time maintain their political freedom and democracy. One example of this is the holding of successful regional elections simultaneously in 170 regions on 9 December 2020 amid a COVID-19 surge. The third topic is about the main message of President Jokowi Dodo at the UN General Assembly last year. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Indonesia has voiced equal access to safe and affordable vaccines for all. That was also the main message of President Joko Widodo. While keeping politics out of its pandemic response and dealing with its transparency, Indonesia must also leverage its good relation with the world democracies and major power of the Indo-Pacific to increase political coordination, to better manage this crisis and to be collectively prepared for potential future pandemic. Indonesia and ASEAN face no such situation at the moment where parties to conflict, domestic or international, are using COVID-19 to press their claims, but the South China Sea remains an area of concern. Indonesia should push for an understanding that there should be no military action or act of strategic understanding, that there should be no military opportunism in South China Sea to take advantage of the economic and social challenge posed by the pandemic. The pandemic is still far from over and it will further test the country's resilience. The right measure, however, will shape the country's future and preserve its first trifecta of democracy, development, and stability for future generations. I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.